The topics, plot and animation is a work of fiction. Events, places, persons and subjects are parts of fiction or are used in a fictional manner. Story and plot takes place in KBE 224 in main Kanbor Galaxy or KBE 512 in all everything unless otherwise stated and differs from plot in Kanbor series, etc. by Kanbor-Ze7, formerly Kb.P. The following video program is a presentation of RDK 3000 TriStar Video Studio Productions. See on 2024, EY 1024, TX.Y24, all rights reserved. RDK 3000 TriStar Video Studio Productions, a division of RDK 3000 TriStar, presents. This is RDK 3000 TriStar Video 2024.8. Please be advised that any requests concerning distressing and sensitive scenes and topics are discouraged due to after concerns on violence, dangerous acts, and due to respect, as it would yield entire video if produced to be unlisted or age restricted. Otherwise we may reject the topic as it would have otherwise frightened or distressed Casper and or his friends. The story begins at Alito Digital Arena at Digi Square Elitazon, to become Alito Plaza Center, on a Friday afternoon. 2:27 p.m. June 28, 2024. Elite City, Federal District, Alitopia.
Anyhow, we'll be taking another commercial break.
I am Robert James.
I am Mark J. Phelps.
I am Melissa Katzenschen.
And Virtual World and Gaming Today will be right back.
Stay with VWG2N. Welcome back VWGT, Virtual World, and Gaming Today, on Vero. I am Robert James.
I am Mark J. Phelps.
I am Melissa Katzenschen.
Whoa, I Alex Elitazio Litron Lucasukip didn't realize I was on television. this is I had to move away from the cam as it surprises me. This on Vero television being simulcast on RDK 3000 TriStar television service during the show Virtual World and Gaming Today. Now the hosts are at esports arena section called as Ilito Digital Arena. However, I wonder on the theme music. Has it adopted from the Kanbor Telemedia's Kanbor-Ze7en Center News? Anyhow, concerning KBSN, or KBCN in English, next airing on domestic network at midnight in Kanbor-Ze City and 3 o'clock p.m. Elite City time and half-hour, whereas the one in the international edition for the Elitopian feed at same time on Kanbornet International Elitopia primary and secondary channels, also airing of RDK 3000 TriStar Today Blitz, Kanbor Ilito Express, and Ilito Money Closing Bell. Since today is Friday, June 28, 2024 in Traridas, Zeta 28, UI 1024, meaning getting close to the end of the month and second quarter of the year, and of course the half-year fest kicking off today.
Yes, Alex, this is Michael must note, since the Pride Month is close to wrapping up, there is a Pride Day parade getting underway now. This is Ilito crafted this radio, as it's plugged into electricity, via 60 Hz 120 volt AC outlet.
Where is the frequency dial?
On the brim of the speaker cover, in which shows the tuner markings with the needle indicating on the frequency, since it's set to FM, at 95.3 MHz, as I tuned it to the frequency in question for news, Ilito News Radio 95.3. The radio plays FM and AM. The tuning, volume, band, treble and bass knobs are below.
I do note the tuning dial, as with the volume and band knobs, as I turn on the radio. I note it does not have the button or switch to power on as it is integrated with the volume knob. I turn it clockwise to turn it on, and to put it to medium-low. Toward medium, as I do not want it set too loud or it would frighten Eliti the Ilito Trimp Bird and Elita, the Elitopian kin eagle being two of your pets.
Yes, as it is recommended to be kept at medium or below. This is Ilito Wizard must hear the report of subject in neighboring Trex land in Trex City this evening, Friday evening 2000 hours, 00.0 EMT. 0000 TRX kicking off a quad diz and related event at 1500 hours this afternoon, in which both are non-Elitopian NYE events and subject unrelated to esports and gaming, and the match at 1500 hours, 79.1 EMT. 1900 TRX on Traridas Zeta 28 Elite Year UI 1024 and Friday June 28, 2024, Optimize 4th and St. Aesplix 12th, Elite Day 179.
Welcome back to Kanbor Ilito Express new Kanbor Spinel Mesa Kanbor Spinelian Countdown Special. We want to update on the esports match of the final match of the ELG game Jam TDSPA Interleague Suki-Tronic Series, the match of Cloud Deck and X Gaming, to occur at start of Aguamarisa Mesa, midnight KBTS, 3 o'clock p.m. Elite City and 791 Kiatrakans, and 8 o'clock p.m. Webchester. This as it is devoted to storm relief due to the recent intense storms, due to tropical cyclones Slowpoke and Jones. By the way, the producers to deal with topless female auto sensor kicked in as feed switched to Liv Skycam of Elite City. She appeared on the triple decks on the Kanbor Spinelian Countdown, in which in Kanbor-Ze is triple X, in which refers to adult-orientated subject. Pornography content that is not safe for work, as we cannot show it on the air in accordance to Elitopian, Tronic Diamond and Kanbor-Ze and law, since this show is simulcasted on KB News 24 deck as the triple X is also as magic symbol for X Gaming and Cloud Deck, whereas in Tronic Diamond and Elito as triple A's referring to triple decks in duodecimal being the number 1570 in base 10. She is off cam as she is dealt by Elito Tronics Telemedia Security as the feed switches to me, in which to make a 1-2 punch to Arishannel in the next 24 to 48 hours as Cloud Deck partners with Alftronican-based charity for relief toward Webchester, also to another Alftronican-based firm for support to the 2S LGBTQIA+ community. Anyhow, this is on the triple decks. Cloud Deck Esports have made a stunning announcement, as one of the gamers of Cloud Deck is making announcement on our sister networks Vero TV on BWGT. Let's listen. This is the reason why at 1500 local in Elite City and not at 800 Kiatrakans. This due to the watch party in Kanbor-Ze. Ahem. Quick programming note. BWGT episode to be cut short. The hosts are being reassigned to cover for GDTL on Elito G-Resp. Stand by for the That was quite unexpected as Vero Television told Alito News 24 Deckham producers to cut back to me as BWGT episode has reportedly been cut short due to special requests from Alito GRESP to broadcast the match through Game Day Live today. This is we have to force a plan B. This is we have to peruse Alito GRESP for a flash interview with Eric, or teammates or relatives. As we to pursue Jinx 24. Chronos or RDK 3000 TriStar at a last resort. It's the Kanbor-Ze7en finally in duodecimal countdown toward Aguamarisa Mesa with 9 dozinals or 15 Kiatrakans remaining on the countdown to the new Mesa.
It's also the Kanbor-Spinel countdown to the esports match to kick off at top of hour, Cloud Deck and X Gaming at EDA. This in the last TD-ESPA ELG Game Jam special match of the tournament.
It's also the Trex countdown to the half year of Trex Year TX.Y24, with the Trex Half Year Fest kicking off today. Just 72 hours toward EDA EY 1024.
Intense thunderstorms during Level 3 thunderstorm warning has knocked out power to most part of Webb Chesterfield. RDKWB formally abolished, ops moved to RDKATR.
Valorant Smurf Gamer Battle 2024, EY 1024, Cyber Smurf versus the Blue Gamer. Match score is tied once again as the esports match gamer battle is still in progress. I am Chris K. Crypter.
And I am Mark E. Crypter from Studio RDE.
At the RDK main HQ in Elite City, Elitopia.
And this is RDK 3000 TriStar today.
Before we begin with the RDK countdown watch coverage on the Kanbor-Spinel countdown to Aguamarisa Mesa, we have to pass you an important programming alert.
Today's episode of VWGT on Vero Television has since cut short, this as we have since learned, this due to request from Alito GRESP to terminate Virtual World and Gaming Today episode on Vero, to simulcast Alito GRESP's Game Day Live today, alongside airing on the main channel. Ilito GRESP1, as they launched 2 new channels debuting today, Ilito GRESP2 and Ilito GRESP3 as we call as the secondary and tertiary channels. This is the esports match to occur at 1500 hours RDK ELC. This is the VWGT hosts get reassigned to cover for Ilito GRESP.
Now, tonight's episode of VWG2N, in which would have been shown only on Vero television due to RDK TV schedule amendments for half year of Treks, and VWGT Extra plus VWG2N Extra on Vero's streaming channel Vero Plus. As we have just learned, they to compete in related video game inspired to the subject kicking off today in New Smurfedea, Tronlerant, up to 7 maps, in best of 7 in which due to records and stats of X Gaming and Cloud Deck, to be very contested, as with Blue Smurf and Cyber Smurf, VWGT Extra. Tonight's episode of VWG2N and VWG2N Extra also to be pre-emptied as the match coverage from various point of view is also to be showcased on Vero Plus.
This is the esports match gamer battle, X Gaming vs Cloud Deck, on the 10th installment of the ELG Game Jam TDS Basuki Tronics Interleague 2024, EY1024, and final one of the tournament, to occur at the renovated Ilito Digital Arena, at DG Square Ilito Sat, to become Ilito Plaza Center. In Elite City, Federal District, Ilitopia to occur at 79.1 Elite Metric Time, Deci Newt 1900 Tracks Time, 791 Deci, 755 or 74 Doza 7 Sign, or SGT, Spinel Greenwich Time, and 3 o'clock p.m., 1500 hours RDK 3000 TriStar Clock Time, and Elite City Time also Blitz Dinos and Uli. Trek City and Ionto Poly's Time on Friday, June 28, 2024.
Trarities Zeta 28, Elite Year EY1024 and Dakota Quadiosi Zinde. The final day of the Trex month. Bravo Byrex 30th of Trex Year TX.Y24 and Midnight KBTS and Kolichi 0 Dozino 0 on Aniota 29th JCon of Kanbor Year Kb.P 19 or Saturday, June 29, 2024 in Stardia. First of Aguamarisa, KB.SDY Grove 2 Dozy 9 or 177 being the 7th month of the Kanbor-Ze7en Spilian duodecimal year of KB.SDY Grove 2 Dozy 9. 129 in duodecimal base 12 number system or 177 in base 10 decimal system.
This is we begin with the lead on the Kanbor Spinel countdown to the new Mesa as we start the RDK countdown watch coverage as we have key correspondents covering the countdown to the new Mesa even in Kanbor-D City, also covering the esports match as well.
Trek sir, I Ricky must want to give special thanks for the gift in return to me after Evie gives you gift in my behalf for heroic acts back on May 9th, 2024. Even though you were in another area as your friend in 2000, Robert Excriptor gave the gift to me in your behalf.
You are welcome, Ricky, as Robert was telling me of subject to occur at 3 o'clock this afternoon, being midnight in Kanbor-D City. Correct, Trexer is for you, Rikikan. You gotta have to remote fire the RDK Can NYE system by 2345 KBTS. 1445 local for the happy new month of Kanbor-D and Spinelian duodecimal of Aguamesa KB.SDY Grove 2 Doza 9, or 177. That is already in queue and system is already armed in past 5 minutes, Robert Excriptor.
Aguamesa? What is that?
7th Mesa of the Kanbor-D and Spilian duodecimal calendar, as the current Kanbor Spinel year of 129 in duodecimal or base 12, 177 and base 10 started as with solar counterpart on Saturday, January 13th, 2024 around the Orthodox New Year.
Yes, Hydrox says each Mesa is 24 days and 4 hex weeks in which was a Trex month on the Trex calendar before reform prior to last Halloween.
Yes, this just 5 hours toward the half year of the Trex year of TX.Y24 in which occurs just 2 days toward start of July 2024 and 3 days toward start of Eta of Elite Year EY 1024. All in the 7th month of the Civil, Ilito and Trex calendars, however 8th in the Kanbor Spinel duodecimal. This is IEV Learn, almost quarter to 12 in Kanbor-D City, 2345 KBTS, meaning close to quarter to 3 here. Correct, this is for some reason, Trixie is next to the radio, starting to play the music Trexer selected. Waiting for the clock, as it reached 2345 KBTS.
Yes, Robert, this is Trixie. the Trexa Mauser to play the music on this radio, as it's set on the timer to fire at 14:45 and 36, 23:45 and 36 Canberra, 9:54 and 0, or 9:4 doses 6 and 0 in duodecimal. Trixie, IZanZ Crypter must note this after you gave permission from Robert Zylastar to use his radio, right? Yes, Shakers.
This is we are approaching the final hexadecenal on the Kanbor-Spinelian countdown. 6 groves on the clock. 9-4 do is the Tronic countdown remixed in the Kanbor-Spinel countdown. This must be the 10,000 Trocant countdown. Who remixed the subject onto the track?
It is me, Robert Zylastar, as the music is coming from my PocketMate, connected via Bluetooth to the stereo boombox. This is the reason why the Tronix countdown is included, is because of the esports match to occur once the countdown ends. Cloud Deck takes on against X Gaming in the so-called interleague match, as it's Eric Alftronitrap's birthday today, as Eric is part of Cloud Deck, in which he's brother of RDKTSR's Stefan A.T. Crypter. Yes, Robert, this as I Stefan must note. For you Rexican, I must inform you that the RDK can NYE system is active as it fired right on cue as expected.
This is a best of 7, first to 4 in Tron Lawrence, as it's part of the interleague duel of ELG Game Jam and TTSPA in the final installment of the respective tournaments, and this is in fact to be 10th one.
Final dozino remaining. Kanbor-Ze7, get into the game. Cloud Deck to salute you in the happy new months. Kanbor-Spinel Dozy Aguamarsa KSD129.
This coverage is sponsored by Z-Fuel, CGR, Hemal.Tech G Kanbor-D, Gonzoni, Tron GR, Kiptel, Troni Dicrosoft, Smfsum, Sign Series, Zazer, Sorcer, Zio Jitech G, Grapple, Gamer Corner, Galito Cola, Rob Tech, Signshare Gaming, Galito Games, Braster Gaming. And powered by Alito GRESP and Alito GRESP News 24, Deck Mill. Match gameplay coverage is always on Alito GRESP, Alito GRESP Radio 100.7. Mobile app, also online with live stream and live vlog, also coverage from News Talk View on Alito News 24, Deck Mill. And Alito GRESP News 24, Deck Mill. Also social media hashtag CXVSXGM, Kanbor-D, KXVSXGM.
Heads up, final Kia Trocon.
So join the conversation. Match also get live streamed on Alito Tube Gaming and Sign Tube Gaming, Switch Share, and broadcast on DivaSign.net.
This along with financial perspective on a little money, especially during feature segment on Closing Bell coming up next regarding esports betting, including in New Smurfatia and in Canal World for the esports event in Juliet, plus how esports players earn a living, including the event in Robbie Land in the Middle East regarding the esports World Cup. I am Mike GNK from the Little Money with a quick programming note. KBELEX special needed to be cut short due to as precautionary emergency measure. Host Stephen A Little Canbor the potential to over-celebrate, as last instance was at end of May when he over-celebrates on start of JKA on. Anyhow, not to mention, from the fellows at A Little Money and the folks at A Little News 24, Deck Mill, plus the Little GRESP and the production of Canberra Little Express and Closing Bell, wishing the viewer a happy new month. Kanbor-Ze7en Spinelian duodecimal of 8th Mesa of Aguamarsa of KB.SDY Grove 2 dozen 9 or 177. Market snapshot in brief. This was 60 minutes to the closing bell. Ilitopian, Blitz Dinosian, and Zenthalian stocks are higher. Rextopolian markets closing flat with upside bias. Helio and Sickle higher against Web Chest Ethereum pound, lower against the Can coin. Treasuries mixed bag. Kudo Pack markets slightly lower. TRD stock 784 shut to mid-buy broken grade. This as the esports match kicks off now as the new Mesa is upon us. Thank goodness we over-celebrates away from the A Little Money set. This I am next to the RDK 3000 TriStar headquarters next door, as the fellows next door being Trexa, Claw, Dance and Shakeups came to put soundproofing walls at the A Little Money set in the past 5 minutes, and Sean E. Critter and Chris Z. Critter escorting Stephen A Little Canbor to safe zone. Regarding the esports match, Cloud Deck and X Gaming competes in best of 7 in Tron Lower, map 1 being Tron Box. This as we welcome to the viewers on A Little Money and in Silam Cast on A Little News 24, Deck Mill and Elitist feed with Interpetition a on Wodu Quattro di Camel. I am Mike GNK over at A Little Money Financial News Center Market Desk Studio EL5 at A Little Tronics Telemedia HQ in Elite City, Federal District, Ilitopia, and this is The Little Money's closing bell into the final and most important hour of the trading day on a Friday afternoon. We have breaking financial news and a little money business alert, as the BZD 250 has ceased trading 60 minutes early as they take matters seriously. This as the index has surged 50%, in which set off alarms, almost setting off safety breakers in wake of stocks with Kanbor-Ze7en ties on the Blitz Dynosian stock market at the start of the Agmersa on the Kanbor-Ze7en duodecimal calendar, in which lifted the index as whole. More on that in a moment. This while the Litovian stocks does not react to this, as the ECSX and Elitok is higher but not as intense as the Blitz Dynosian stock market, slightly higher in today's trade but slightly off the intraday highs.
This is a best of 7, first to 4 in Tron Lawrence, as it's part of the interleague duel of the LG Game Jam and TTSPA in the final installment of the respective tournaments, and this is in fact to be 10th one.
Final Dozino remaining. Kanbor-Ze7, get into the game. Cloud Deck to salute you in the happy new month. Kanbor-Ze7en Produktions KBIP 129.
This coverage is sponsored by Z-Fuel, CGR, Kemal.XG Kanbor-Ze, Gonzoni, Tron GR, Kiptel, Troni Microsoft, Smsum, Sign Series, Zazer, Sorcerer, CO-Jitekg, Graphic, Gamer Corner, Galito Cola, Robtech, Signshare Gaming, Galito Games, Braster Gaming. And powered by Alito GRESP and Alito GRESP News 24, Deck Mill. Match gameplay coverage is always on Alito GRESP, Alito GRESP Radio 100.7. Mobile app, also online with live stream and live vlog, also coverage on News Talk Q on Alito News 24, Deck Mill. And Alito GRESP News 24, Deck Mill. Also social media hashtag CXBSXGM, Kanbor-Ze, KXBSXGM.
Heads up, final Pietro-Con.
So join the conversation. Match also get live-streamed on Alito 2 Gaming and Sign 2 Gaming, Switch Share, and broadcast on TVSign.net.
In addition to RDK Res, also on RDK 3000 TriStar radio service 2 plus separate audio or multi-view of this channel. Press the audio or magic button. This is we are approaching the final minute to the esports match plus the new Mesa as we show live view of RDK Con and DigiCon 7 Kanbor-Ze7en Kanbor-Ze7 as it's 23:59 KBTS and 14:59 RDKELC as we are in the final countdown.
In addition to live view of the EDA and Alito NYE Central of DGSELZ.
In behalf of the fellows RDK 3000 TriStar to the family to the viewers, I Chris K. Crypter, Jakir, Chris Kaistar.
And I Mark E. Crypter, Marky, Mark Elitistar, wishing those a splendid happy new month Kanbor-Ze7en Spinelian duodecimal of 8th Mesa of Agmersa of KB.SDY 129 or 177.
Final dose generals to the final 100 projects. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Game on. Get into the game. Onto the Agmersa Mesa of KB.SDY 129, 177. Cloud Deck Esports. Get onto X Gaming Hard. Nice one. First kill by me. Could be easy round 1.
The new Mesa is upon us. This is its midnight KBTS and top of Kalaki 0 also 1500 hours RDKELC and the fireworks has since went off at RDKTSR in Kanbor-Ze7.
We must pass you quick business flash. This is the traders at the VZD Stock Exchange in Blitz Dynosian kinda over celebrate as the stocks surge over 50% with stock of firms with Kanbor-Ze7en ties skyrocket into the first dozen. Now the trading is halted for the remainder of the day and the TR DAC have just imposed trading freeze of Blitz Dynosian stocks for the next 3 business days.
This is the traders needed to chill for the mid-year break. As we detail more during business report at 15:45 RDKELC, even Elite City Sentinels Richard Kanders also over-celebrate, however he was escorted outside thanks to action by Trexer and Claw, who noted it and took action immediately within seconds before the new Mesa after putting off soundproofing walls at Alito Money Desk as they raced past Studio RDE and head to EDA. They also their relatives including Zenzi Crypter to calm Kanbor down with bottled water and multi-grain bar. We have more on this later, however this is the esports match kicks off now at the new Mesa, as Cloud Deck takes on X Gaming.
They compete at the Alito Digital Arena Esports Gamer Battle Arena. As round 1 concluded as Cloud Deck leads 1-0 in map score with X Gaming eliminated with 22.0 seconds left on the game round timer or 225 trockets. Heading to round 2 in map 1 of Tronbox in best of 7.
We are joined with Derek AT Crypter. Derek,
You are right on the money. This says the fellows at Cloud Deck sure are tough as with X Gaming. Anyhow, I used to be part of the esports team before I retire after the mid-season Masters, when I joined RDK 3000 TriStar to do news reporting for esports rather than compete in it.
Yes, Derez. This is I note you are very good at covering it from news point of view. This on my birthday today. Who are you?
Bonjour, je suis Jimmy. Jimmy Schtroumpf François, Chetron.
Yo, English.
Apologies, I am Jimmy, Jimmy Strum François, Schooltron aka Smurftron, Jimmy SF Crypter from RDK 3000 TriStar New Smurfetian Unit Division. I reside in Juliet City, New Smurfetian visiting Elite City, Federal District, Elitopia toward 1st or 2nd, July 2024.
I do heard the Valorant Smurf Gamer Battle, Niatricon 1000.5, 2001 TDE and 2024 being held where you reside. Do you follow the match, and did you vote in the new Smurfetian election in the past Biatricon?
You mean, past week? Yes. As for the subject at Smurf Digital Arena, yes. This is the teams being Cyber Smurf and Blue Player as it ends in Blue Player wins in a 4-3 match score as it gets contested.
Smurftron, take note, next fixture occurring tomorrow 2000 hours KBTS and SRF, 1500 hours Z, 11 in the morning in Elite City, at SDA in Juliet, Eloptiki Valorant vs Super Strumpf, meaning, Valoptics vs Super Smurf. This is the non-esports event to occur 5 in the morning Juliet time on 29th. June 2024, Midnight Universal Time, 2000 Elite City, Choi, and Desi Newt 0 and 0500 KBTS on 29th Jakin Kb.P 19 and Zeta Elto Year UY 1024 and 28th, June 2024 on an Annie Da, Quad Diz, and Friday. Saturday in Universal and Juliet Time.
5 o'clock in the morning in Juliet City. Thank God you did not mention another esports match despite the one in progress at the EDA.
Yo, 0500 hours KBTS 29th JCon KB.P 19 or June 29th 2024? This being 000 Kiatrokins on Zeta 29th, 2001 TDE, 1,545 Miatricons, Solar Day 180, Biatricon 100,054 Fives Day Quarter Day.
Jared?
What is? Damn, so much for time limit.
Oh dear, timed out, as that brings you down to -1,000. Alex and Mark?
That brings him down to -1,000. Apologies for foul language, by the way.
The correct response is, what is Jinx Television?
I knew it.
Computing for 500 Helios.
The brand of this computer in Ulfers from August 1998, Zeta EY0998 to March 2003, Gamma EY 1003. Jared?
What is Apple iMac? Generation Alpha?
That is correct. One more correct response and you will remain in to avoid elimination, as the last clue was worth 1,000 Helios in events. The Tronic Diamond year when the Kingdom of Elito was fallen on start of Elitosplix year 256 by Communist State of Elito after King Trenton was ousted 112 years prior. Jared?
What is TDE 1335?
That is correct, as that equals to Elite year EY 358 and 1358 CE. And that brings you up to positive score of plus 500 Helios in third place, 2,000 sickles, while Mark Daniels have 7,000 Helios or 28,000 sickles, as Alex leads with 8,200 Elitopian Helios or 32,800 Tronic Diamond sickles.
Yeah.
We will be taking a commercial.
No wonder my brother Jared Zanders ended the round with a positive score to avoid elimination. However, he's in third place with 500 Helios. I can 2,000 wonder. That equals to around 37,000 Kanbor coins. And is this Jeopardy, Elto edition? Yes, Robert. Corey, you should note there is a Kanbor-Ze7en version of Jeopardy this called Kanbor-Jep, as the prize amounts are in Kanbor coins. This is inverse of the Kanbor-D Get Ungrounded show or trivia show, where the host delivers a question, the contestants respond in a normal answer, whereas on Jeopardy, the host delivers a clue, the contestants must respond in a form of a question.
Recapping the scores, Jared Zanders and Mark Daniels are tied with 12,000 Helios, 48,000 sickles, as Alex Elitastar leads with 13,200 Helios, 52,800 sickles. The final Jeopardy clue is esports and gaming. The clue is the esports team that won the Valorant Championship 2022 in Ulfers. You have 30 seconds to input your responses. Good luck.
Shaker, Mickey Daniels. Do you know this clue?
Eric, yes, however I do note my relative Mark Daniels, who is contestant who's competing in Elito Jeopardy. I do note the clue, being loud, however in the question being, what is loud?
I do know this as well. This is I watched a viewing party of the subject in 1999 TDE. Niatricon 999.8. 2022. EY 1022 in Altronic City at Digitron.
Time is up. You must have put down your responses, as we show the responses starting with Mark, who have 12,000. You respond, what is loud? That is in fact a correct response. This is they shut out Optic Gaming in a 3-1 match score in the grand final on September 18, 2022. I suspect you would double your score. How much did you wager? Whoa! 13,000? More than double? That brings up your score to 25,000 Helios, or 100,000 sickles. Wow! I suppose the other two fellows may also got their correct responses, as we move on to Jared, who also have 12,000. Do he have the same response as with Mark? Yes. How much did you wager? 13,000? God. Folks, we have a two-way tie still for second place with 25,000 Helios, 100,000 sickles. This as we move on to Alex, who's lead after Double Jeopardy. Do he have the same response? Yes. Hope it's not a three-way tie. How much did you wager? Oh my god. 11,800. We have a three-way tie. This calls for a tiebreaker. Here goes as this. The person who correctly responds is the winner. The category is gaming and technology. The clue is, the esports team who won the 2017 League of Legends World's Championship, also the brand of the mobile phone. Alex?
What is Samsung Galaxy?
That is correct. This is you take home the 25,000 Elitopian Elios, or 100,000 Tronic Diamond Sickles. Jared and Mark won't go empty-handed, they earn a complimentary prize.
We have a surprise for you. This is we to do a VWG2N cast of the Elite City Sentinels and Cloud Deck Esports via Elito GRESP, but only shortly after the match start at 7:33 p.m. Elite City towards 7:48.
Robert James, take note that Marky is beside. He have heard of this as he is talking to the RDK 3000 TriStar TV producers on the matter. He may cut in imminently, so be aware of this. Anyhow, this as Ray Blake said, this is to be a special sponsored esports match by Z Fuel.
Stop DVR recording, VWG2N, channel 6 immediately.
DVR recording is stopped.
Marky Crypter, what now?
I am Mark E. Crypter from RDK 3000 TriStar. For RDK 3000 TriStar TV service viewers, we do want to apologize on this as we must hand off to Chris K. Crypter over at Studio RDE.
CZ Garage, TV Bravo, Channel 5.
RDK TV.
I am Chris K. Crypter from Studio RDE. We have to cut out of VWG2N Filmcast this as the VWG2N
Unmute
host
CZ
Robert
Garage
James
Radio
said.
Charlie.
They do a surprise VWG2N cast on the said esports match in which we have to pre-empty the remainder of this hour's episode of VWG2N as we have alerted the distributors to terminate the Filmcast and air amended programming. As a result, however, we might return to VWG2N Filmcast after RDKTSR T-Pod. In fact, to pre-empty the 2100 RDK ELC hour of VWG2N as well as the show to return tomorrow on this channel on delayed start due to RDK Countdown watch coverage on Muni half year as RDK.
Hey Markalito Trexter. Hello Corey Zanders. I do heard some Sparta music as I do like it. Where is the music originated? The radio. Which radio? The top one on the shelf above the 5-disc CD stereo, the Rocktech Retro Wave 2000 MK8. Which radio station? 100.00 MHz on FM band, Ilito Suki Radio 100. The other two radios, the Wave Blaster and the Blitz 360, is set to auxiliary input connected to the two televisions. By the way, both tuned to Channel 5, RDK 3000 TriStar TV service. VWG2N Silumcast needed to halt as a result of the VWG2N cast as I had to halt DVR recording. Corey Zanders, take note I have to play the music, this for the half-year drill. Markalito Trexter, why target at 7:30 p.m. and not at 8 o'clock p.m.? 2 reasons. 1. Time to the esports match gamer battle of Cloud-X and Elite City Sentinels. 2. Surprise for Mark Zaniels as I heard from him, he is on his way. This is his Raptor Mobile is arriving at the CZ garage just now. This is I must step aside toward my car for a moment. Okay, Mark Alito Trexter. Hello Mark Zaniels. Hey there, Corey Zanders. Take note, we to have a race tomorrow at Zen Speedway at 2 o'clock p.m. Objection. There is a special sponsored race to be held tomorrow at Zen Speedway to be held at said time, 1400 hours, 75.0 EMT, 1800 TRX tomorrow, Sunday, June 30th, 2024 and Pent.Zeta 30th, EY 1024. The race to be held at Circuit Z, the other tracks are for open practice. So I noticed. This is the regular season of the TDS Patronics in the LG Game Jam Suki 24 concludes as it's toward the playoffs. Playoffs begin early in the next month. Speaking of it, Corey, do you have the DVR arm to record for the esports playoffs also tomorrow's sponsored race at Circuit Z? Yes, Mark.
Plus an auto sport race to be held tomorrow to be held at Zen Speedway in Elite City as it's a special sponsored race from Flex Motors and CRD. New development. No one harmed in Webchesterfield after building collapsed in Webchester after fleet storm brought down former site of RDK 3000 TriStar Webchester Unit Division. Person under arrest by Kanbor police after hijacking showing Minecraft Dame Chap Hero Briny streamer on Kanbor Telemedia Network's 1 second toward at Warmerson Mesa.
That is against the law in Kanbor-Z Federation Republic, also against the law in Elitopia that can lead to a felony, also unlawful across Tronic Diamond Union. Correct, Mark Zaniels as I Corey Zanders must know. Talked to Kin 2000 after reviewing my CZ, DVR unit, via messaging, on Canbernet International Elitopia in which I had to erase. He said he was furious on such stupidity. However iRaptor didn't note BWG2N episode airing gets cut short on RDK TV. This is I must tune the bottom TV to Vero Television to see if BWG2N is still airing. Yes. This is iRaptor must wonder why did RDK TV aired RDK 3000 TriStar Today Prime Edition half hour early. Thank God my DVR is recording channel regarding soccer as Elite City Firestorm competes on the road against Rieger FC kicking off soon. This is you Farah. You must DVR the soccer match on Elito Sports 2. Oh my god. I didn't knew of the esports match until now as I briefly heard subject on the car radio. Elite City Sentinels and Cloud Deck Esports. They compete at the EDA, Best of 5, Grade X, E. Match time at 19:30, same minute as with soccer match at Rieger Stadium. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy new half year. Whoops. Must have said game on, not the other subject as for some reason I get excited already on the half year of second half of EY 1024, 2024, and KB.P 19. Yes, Mark Zaniels as I Mark Kilito Trexter also gets excited as I play the countdown music from the stereo from my car is next to your car, and timed it perfectly. This is I Mark Zaniels also note, parked next to Corey's CZ Swift on other side. This is for you. Corey Zanders, I do recall you brought out your CZ Swift for the summer, however why you come with a different design this time? Mark Zaniels, not only a different design but a different engine, the engine being a high-revving 3-cylinder 1.0-liter, 999cc engine up to 16,000 RPM that was dismounted from sister Crystal Zanders' motorcycle in which she no longer rides her motorcycle. The engine is turbocharged with electric-assisted turbos, placed in the rear, powering the rear wheels, with electric motor and 6-speed automated manual with 2 electric motors in the front powering the front wheels. Still a 2-seater. The solid-state battery is beneath the seats. Corey, I do note the fuel door on the front right, not the rear right, as I do note the charge door on the other side, front left next to driver, as this must be a plug-in hybrid. How far on electric before the gas engine kicks in? 85 kilometers, 212 kilonitros, 100 kilometros, then further several hundred kilometers on premium gasoline or ethanol as the engine is flex fuel support when cruising. What is the fuel economy? Corey? About 5 liters per 100 kilometers when cruising on highway. Mark. My car, the Raptor Mobile, goes like 8ish liters per 100 kilometers when cruising on freeway when engine is on. However, in the highway about 4 to 6ish due to part of the drive, engine gets shut off as it's in electric operation below 100 kilometers per hour. 60 kilonitros per choy or power meter below 30% depending on battery state of charge and other factors. Untitled Chapter must note, Corey Sanders, you have your top, helmet, and goggles in the front seat. Does it have a frunk? I tried to open it, however it is locked. Yes, however it must be opened via button from the inside or via key fob due to security. Anyhow, you tripped off pre-alarm on my car when you tried to open the frunk as it's silent alarm, as I received a push notification on my phone. Continuing to attempt will result in a loud alarm, so beware as the car is locked and armed. So I noticed, Corey Sanders, as I do apologize on this. It is okay, Untitled Chapter. Ahem. Mark Zaniels, why you changed it to Vero? Corey Sanders, VWG2N cast on the esports match, this is I must, what? There has been a serious mistake on Vero's end, simulcasting KB News 24 deck. KB News 24 deck? Mark Zaniels, is it the international Elitopia feed or is it the domestic feed from Kanbor-Ze7en that is showing? Mark Untitled Chapter to be the domestic feed, thus the numbers 10 and 11 for Kanbor-Ze7en is X and E, whereas on international Elitopia feed is A and B. Correct, Mark Zaniels. As I Corey Sanders note, as I read the text on the TV, the producers are reverting the process. I Mark ETX must note, this explains the oops banner on VWG2N. And VWG2N production notes below, as the NYE subjects playing via car to hush at 7:34 p.m. and 0. Oh great, VWG2N to go into a 60-second programming break. Noted, as I Raptor must note to end at 19:35 once the show resumes.
Correct. Mark Z Crypter, Mark Zaniels. This is I Daniel ETX Crypter was informed of subject by Zine S Crypter via two-way radio. Anyhow, I am on break. As for you Mark ETX, I must remind you that I know you are hyped on the half year anyhow at the times of 1400, 1500 and 1800 tomorrow and 2000 next Monday. Consider lowering the volume if playing via vehicle, as I heard the New Year audibles and countdown music playing via vehicle from the main lobby and the underground garage, for the half year, as that is originated from your vehicle stereo system, and a reminder to shut off the ignition from accessory as you left it in accessory.
Brother Daniel, it's no longer an accessory as it's now in off and locked, as I do have my key fob at hand.
This is for you Raptor and Farah. I to send you information booklets on the half-year fireworks schedule soon.
That is a must, Daniel ETX Crypter. Excuse me, it is nearing 1935 as I must check on VWG2N once again. This is I to tune the upper TV to channel 5, RDKT, oh my freaking god. VWG2N auto sensor.
This is
VWG2N cast retry has went foul. Must listen to RDK TV and Chris K Crypter on subject. As for you Farah and Mark ETX to be quiet.
Audio of this channel. Ahem. We are dealing with code VGR. Vero Television simulcasting RDK TV as I check my laptop. Whoa, oh my god. The VWGT cast has since went foul as it's the second time. This as RDK TV producers has informed Vero TV producers to take over the coverage for the evening in stern response, as in the second retry, was simulcasting one of the feeds from the DELCA to show on the video billboard show a tropical beach with topless female showing, in which result in auto censor, then switch to RDK TV. We have to pass you an important programming alert. Tonight's episode of BWG2N needs to be cut short as per our request to Vero Television as we are taking over the coverage for the evening. This after the retry of the VWGT cast ends up foul once again, but this time showing the P from DELCA, in which shows advert from a travel agency based in Rexer showing tropical beach, then topless female showing in which sets off auto censor. I must note, someone at DELCA must have played the advert on the fee for the Alito Square. The subject gets auto deleted on DELCA's side, however that offends Hydrox, Sorrow, Bradley, Casper, Ricky, and Skittles, as the owners were beside. All of the squad had a blowout afterward once they head back to RDK 3000 TriStar main HQ as they rush for Operation Bumblebee, as I heard from ZNZ Crypter and Trexer, who alerted Mark X Crypter of subject.
Was there any insults to the squad?
There were no insults toward the squad.
Venus, Raptor, Firestorm, Hawkeye, I had to stop the fellow who was running toward the squad after such you know what, as I had to prevent it from happening as he heard the blowout and smell the gassy odor, as he tried to use the sledgehammer, to be your sledgehammer. Corey Xanders stolen from your KZ garage, trying to bash at the squad before I grabbed it and swiped away from his hands as I confront him, then Trexer came and detained the fellow outside, in which ZNZ Crypter alerted security. Thank God. Kin2K, where do you place my sledgehammer? Beside your car, Corey Xanders. I must secure it next time so it won't be stolen again, as I must check video surveillance soon.
This is a VWGT alert.
And this just into RDK3000 TriStar. The RDK Newsline newsroom has learned.
This in addition to the VWGT News Central that the shortlist alpha of the Gamers and Celebrities Match and Match X has been announced, as it states the 3 finalists. The Canberra Unions from Kanbor-Ze7 en Produktions and some of us for Team Neo, as the Gamers are on Team Evo. To repeat, shortlist alpha of the Gamers and Celebrities Match and Match X has been announced, as it states the 3 finalists. The Canberra Unions from Kanbor-Ze7 en Produktions and some of us for Team Neo, as the Gamers are on Team Evo. The shortlist alpha was released at 2:24 p.m. Elite City, but there was a delay in the announcement until just shy of 2:29 p.m. Elite City. The shortlist Bravo to be released soon.
This being 1424 RDKELC and 1429 RDKELC, since it involves one Kanbor-Ze7en group, as we are not only airing this on Vero, also on RDK3000 TriStar Television main and also regional feeds and international feeds, as for Kanbor-Ze viewers on RDK3000 TriStar TV service Kanbor-Ze feed. To be 2324 and 2329 KBTS, as we have since learned from RDK3000 TriStar Kanbor-Ze unit division, this resulted in roll call alarm to sound at RDK gone by. Rekiken. Rex Excriptor, Rex Zarkers from RDK3000 TriStar Kanbor-Ze unit division. So if you are watching this from Kanbor-Ze City and if you are off duty of RDK gone, you must report to RDK3000 TriStar Kanbor-Ze unit division center headquarters on Canberra district, immediately. To repeat, if you are off duty at RDK gone, you must report at once. As for the public, do not call the Canberra police or 717 emergency on the roll call alarm and siren. Repeat, do not call the police, disregard the reveille alarm. We want to urgently pass you a weather alert for areas in the Trinity Zone. The Meteorological Service of Elitopia, Tronic Diamond Weather Force, TrexMet, Ion Neo Weather Office, and Blitz Dinosanean Weather Service has issued products for Elite City and Federal District, and parts of eastern central Elitopia, Trex City and western Trex Land. And Blitz Dinosanuli and far northern Blitz Dinosania and southern Neoionica and Iontopolis. For MSE is rainfall warning level 1 amber, for BWS and INWO is green weather advisory for rainfall and wind, for TDWXF is squall alert type W. For TrexMet is special weather statement with headline, gusty showers to impact area. Despite differences in alerting names and types, they mean the same thing. The alerts are effective until 15:30, 3:30 p.m. RDK, ELC, TRC, BZDION, 81.2 EMT, 1950 TRX, 810 Kiotrokins for TDWXF. On the Doppler radar on the MSE, TDWXF, INWO, TrexMet and BWS, a line of heavy rain is moving from the west, moving at a swift pace of 60 km per hour, 36 kinonitros per choi, 170 ciomatros per trocant, 37 miles per hour. Up to 60 km per hour, 36 kinonitros per choi, 170 ciomatros per trocant, 37 miles per hour wind gust with isolated gust of 70 km per hour, 42 kinonitros per choi, 200 ciomatros per trocant, 43 miles per hour, possible. Up to 40 mm per hour, 24 kiomatros per choi, 1.1 kiomatros per kiotrocant, 1.6 inches per hour rainfall rate is expected. Loose objects if not secured is prone to be blown over or around, that can be dangerous to motorists and cyclists if blown onto the road. Secure loose outdoor items, or bring it inside. Reduced visibility is expected. Mandatory use of headlights when driving in inclement weather, not only for safety, it's the law. Also leave some space and slow down. Personnel must prepare themselves right away, otherwise to seek refuge. Under hardtop canopy, in a vehicle with rooftop and windows up or inside, including at venues in Elite City hosting today's esports matches, and at Elite City Convention Center during the VIP and press preview of Elitopian Automotive Exhibit Show 2024, EY 1024. One weather station west of Meritus City, state temperature dropped to 10 degrees Celsius, 100 tempos, 100 charts, from 25 degrees Celsius, 250 tempos, 250 charts, so considering bringing a jacket, hoodie, or sweater as well. The rooftop patio at El Alarmasis is now closed, as with the second floor patio at Omega Costa, yellow light in force, as with Elito Diner, Blitz Sports Bar rooftop patio, and rooftop patio at Elito GR Bar Esports Gamer Bar at Elito Plaza Center, and won't reopen until 1600 hours, 4 o'clock, p.m. RDKELC late this afternoon. We will stay on top of the weather situation on the television services of RDK 3000 TriStar and Vero Television.
This of course gets the opportunity for a half-price discount for the gamers versus celebrities or sports match at the ET, or for those sheltering from the rain and gusty winds, as the discount is imposed seconds after the yellow rainfall alert gets active. This is sure to boost attendance levels here at the EDA.
This in addition to the Elitosphere and other venues in Elite City in use for the esports matches in ELG Game Jam. I am Chris K. Crypter, Shakur, Chris Kaistar, joining in. Recapping the shortlist alpha, the VWGT personnels, the Zine Pack and the Kanbor unions of KB.784. To compete for Team Neo, who to compete against Team Evo, being the invited hardcore gamers including Mark E. Crypter's brother Scott Elitostar aka SE Stars plays as he to be live streaming the esports match gameplay with his friends in a special stream starting now on SignTune and ElitoTube, in which airing to be imminent in Simulcast on RDKG Resp 2.
Update to the RDK Gone roll call alarm, it has been cancelled. To repeat, the RDK Gone roll call alarm has been cancelled, as code R over at RDK Gone is no longer needed, as we have received report from our sources in Kanbor-D City. Kanbor unions are excited as we hear from Kanbor Lazuli. She is relieved that they are excluded for the said match.
Based on the news, this may result in the only two groups left, Zine Pack and the VWGT personnel for Team Evo. As we have since learned, this results in Shortlist Bravo to be out just now due to the news delivered by KB News 24 DEC and Kanbor Telemedia, as it confirms on the context and scope of the subject.
We have just learned, the VWGT hosts are among those to competing if they are selected, as we have heard from RDK Trex from Trex City, Trexland, which also houses our 8664 studios Trex and Trexer. He said that the Treexies and Slackers are not among those to compete, but they to make stop to Elite City if the Zenpak gets selected, as due to the rain, they would have normally meet outside, but they to summon at the ground floor of RDK Trex Tower, this as they are in contact with Zen Z Crypter. And two new members, Sean TZ Crypter and Robert TZ Crypter aka Zen Xylastar, Sean Xylastar, and Robert Xylastar here in Elite City with the RDK Hex, the squad and the owners led by Mickey X Crypter, Young M Crypter, Chubby H Crypter and Mark X Crypter plus Daniel Hath Rose plus Ben Hath Shaw. N Hydrox.
Mark E Crypter, I have to fill in. I am Ben Hathshaw, contributor for RDK 3000 Trista, this as I heard from Hydrox, this as he learned of the final announcement to be due at 18 to 3 this afternoon, 2:42 p.m, or 14:42 on the 24-hour clock, Elite City and RDK time. Kanbor-D viewers, that is 18 to 12 midnight, 23:42 Kanbor Standard Time, and international viewers being 18 to 7 in the evening GMT, 18:42 Universal Time and .779, 77.9 EMT, 1870 TRX.
Is it concerning the final selection for Team Neo?
Yes.
We have just learned of subject just now, as the final selection to be confirmed to be announced at 14:42 RDKELC.
We must get away from the studio, as for some reason we are on television. However, the news banner obstructs our faces but shows the top of the helmets for Ricky, Soro and Bradley, as we must go to one area where Team Neo takes on against Team Evo to occur at 3:12. But first we must have someone to supervise and take care of us.
I, Derek V. Crypter, Division, must note, as I alerted one of the RDK 3000 TriStar personnel, Raptor and Farah is on the way. They told me just now, the Trinities are also en route.
You rang. Mark Z Crypter, Mark Zaniels here as with Corey Z Crypter, Corey Zanders. Hydrox, are you really to head to the Elito Digital Arena at Elito Trex Center with the squad via macro car?
Yes.
Mark ETX Crypter, make sure you and two others have the resources at hand for the squad, as I Mark Z Crypter to monitor the pod sensor readout as it's uplinked to my pocket mate. Should any insults or other incidents arise, confront them using the impact horn and air horn, but don't blast them directly at the face up close. Alright Raptor, make sure you have the taser at hand just in case. I always do, Mark ETX, as I do have a license for using for self-defense. I also have my Trex Breeze arrow effects, as we must go together. As for you Hydrox, it is advised to operate the macro car at speeds of 5.0 km per hour or 3.0 kina nitro per choi, put in crawl mode and operate at half throttle.
Okay, Mark Zaniels, Mark Z Crypter.
This in addition once the squad gets insulted or bullied I to use the famous act learned by my relative EY1J from the EWE.
Good idea is I to put the fellow responsible in the headlock.
Good idea. This is for Hydrox and the squad. Rest assured if you feel threatened, we take action on the personnel responsible should incidents arise, in a swift and harsh manner to keep you safe.
That is a must.
Take note the last visit was in June 2024, Zeta EY1024, this is DG Square Elitosat becomes Elito Plaza Center as the area at lounge area and lobby plus second floor of RDK 3000 TriStar main headquarters is part of Elito Trex Center whereas third floor and above is not.
When did it get renamed?
The renaming took place on Monday, July 1st, 2024 at 8 o'clock p.m., 2000 hours, in the evening being Choi and Desi Newt 0.00 EMT and 0000 TRX on Priorities, 8 of 1st, Elite Year EY1024, in short, 8 in the evening of initial day of July. Mark Z, take note final selection of celebrities at 14:42, in 30 seconds, tune your radio to RDKTSR radio service 1 immediately. Okay, Mark ETX. In an event VWGT personnels get selected, today's episode of VWGT to be cut short, and today's episode of VWGT Extra. And tonight's VWG2N and VWG2N Extra to be preempted as Vero TV to Silumcast RDK 3000 TriStar television service towards 1600 hours RDK ELC then switch to Jinx 24 Silumcast to Vero News at 5 o'clock at 1700 hours then Chronos at 1800 hours, toward 1900 hours to Jinx 24 then RDK TV at 2000 hours.
This is it to be the case as the final selection has since made. The VWGT personnel has been selected as we must pass you a programming alert. This is Mark E. Crypter has said, today's episode of VWGT to be cut short, and today's episode of VWGT Extra, and tonight's VWG2N and VWG2N Extra to be pre-empty this as the main and substitute hosts to be unavailable to host the episodes. Main VWGT hosts among those to compete. Some others to be on assignment for other tasks as for us. To be on primary host duties for RDK 3000 TriStar today however quick programming reminder. Mark E. Crypter to be anchoring solo after 15:30 RDK ELC as I to be covering for the Elitopian Automotive Expo 2024. EY1024 to be featured in the second hour of RDK 3000 TriStar Today Blitz.
This is the show to open to the doors to the public tomorrow as it's open to the media and VIP for today as the event to be held at Elite City Convention Center. This is we will hand off to affiliate coverage from Elito News 24, Deck Mill soon toward 1500 hours RDK ELC as the correspondent to mention on the subject but the show afternoon live is in programming break.
Mark, Corey, please double check your DVR. Today's episode of Virtual World and Gaming Today needed to be cut short. VWG2N preempted as I heard the broadcast via audio simulcast of RDK 3000 TriStar television service on the radio of my Hydro Swift.
Hydrox, DVR record operation is already halted on my Encore's DVR. In case you are not aware, there is the Automotive Expo taking place today for the VIP personnel and the media, to be open to public tomorrow as the report to be on the radio imminently. It gets held at the convention center. New cars to be showcased as with some concepts, however we are at the Alito Digital Arena.
Hold on a moment, one section of the route is restricted on the left side. Due to the residue of subject, also phone was left there when the VWGT correspondent and the topless female were fully naked having oral unprotected sex, in which the fellows was caught and permanently banned from Alito Plaza Center. The curtains will be placed to section off the left side as you to go to the right side. Also special note concerning the squad. The content playing on the smartphone playing a video contains nudity and offensive content that is offending to the squad and those under 18 years of age, as you should wait until the curtains get placed then to go on the right side as the crews are arriving just now with the foldable sectionals. Rather than curtains while the section gets cleaned up and disinfected. Should time warrants for Operation Bumblebee, nearest designated area is to be the washroom toward side exit to wrestling arena section. Mark Z. Crypter, Mark Zaniels, do you have the Trex Breeze arrow effects on you?
Yes, King Richard Jinx Star.
The area in subject is sectioned off with foldable sectional walls. Proceed and move to right side to esports arena Alito Digital Arena. Be aware the video game is rated EL 1316 as that may not be appropriate to the squad, so make sure they focus away from the monitors.
Diane Z, regarding the next single, To Be a Romantic Song, for my sister, when does it get released?
It to be first airing on the radio on 98.7 The Breeze on 98.70 MHz on the FM band, call sign LBRZ-FM at the top of the hour at 3 o'clock p.m. this afternoon. Then the music video to be airing on channels 45, 46 and 47, Alito SukiNet and subchannel 45.2 Troni Suki TV, Alito Suki TV and Signer GTV at 8 o'clock p.m. this evening, then to be on the Z Music Store and TVOS Music Store, also streaming services shortly after, then released on CD tomorrow with related songs and album. Make sure you message your sister to tune to the radio or television to said radio station or TV channels at said times.
Sister Diane Z, Stephen S.T. Crypter here. Take note, the song and subject to be used as clock-item music on RDK 3000 TriStar television service starting at 2000 hours during programming breaks for RDK 3000 TriStar Today Prime. And on RDK 3000 TriStar radio service 2 at 1500 hours prior to RDK GRESP's simulcast of one of the esports matches today at 1512. Elite City Sentinels vs Bittrex Esports at RDKTSR Event Center GR.
Okay Suki, this permission is already granted to air the songs from the firm Jinx Music Corporation, as head leader Ryan M. Crypter has requested formal permission to use the said songs on RDK 3000 TriStar media platforms, as they always do credit via news banner or verbally by the announcer if airing on radio. This to be a double header as the second song to be devoted to the squad, as I do note the macro car driven by Hydrox. As for you Hydrox, go make sure you tune the radio to 98.7 on the FM band around 3:04 in the afternoon, as you will gonna love the song to be played.
Whoa, you composed the song to be devoted to us? I did not expect that.
Yes, Hydrox.
Mark Z. Crypter, Mark Zaniels, and Corey Z. Crypter, Corey Zanders. Take note, I Stephen S.T. Crypter must add that you should consider downloading the album after 2000 hours from the music store and load the files to the internal storage of Hydrox's macro car and get the CD tomorrow to be played at the stereo at the squad's roof.
I am Joseph Zatrenborder. I would like to apologize on such incident, as the warning that was issued when I almost said insult over a week ago has since lifted, in which would have expired for the next 2 to 3 weeks. However, it was inadvertently said toward you but was directed toward another fellow at Alito Mall, being friend of mine. As I have did some volunteering at the Alito Plaza Center, including parts of the RDK HQ, with the crew, being the Blitz 8, is I to give you something good, is I to send you a present.
We do accept your apology anyhow. Watch what you say, even if you said insult and such to your friend.
Any outlet with the present.
This concerns some teddy bears in various themes.
Oh my god. Thank you.
Or blown out yet, so escort the Blitz 6 and Trinities to nearest washroom adjacent to Elito Digital Arena esports arena side entrance immediately. It have change up table. Hydrox, go follow the crew for off BB. Crew, follow me. This is I to spray the Trex Breeze arrow effects. Yes, do it immediately. This is the esports match to occur at 3:12 p.m. Do I smell berries around here? Did someone use the scented air freshener around here? It is me, Raptor, Mark Z Crypter from RDK 3000 TriStar. This is Casper, and a few of the squad almost had such unfortunate event in which required Operation Bumblebee, as I had to spray Trex Breeze arrow effects to get rid of the gassy odor scent and give it a berry scent. I am Mark E Crypter and this is Chris K Crypter. We have to cut out of affiliate coverage, as Mark Z Crypter has said regarding the subject in relation to OpBB to the squad, in which we must minimize airing such content while on the air on RDK 3000 TriStar television service, as we just learned. Elito News 24 Deck Mill producers cut to correspondent at Elite City Stock Exchange as they learn of subject as well as they do business report at this time. Anyhow, due to time, we will not return to the Elito News 24 Deck Mill Silum cast.
This is we hand off to affiliate coverage from CJ News 24 from Silver City, Corgitopia, for the next several moments toward RDKTSR Blitz.
This is I to get into driver's seat of my car. What? Driver's seat soaked? I must have to get some weatherproofing guards once I head to NOS tomorrow. Thank God, I do have the towel in the rear hatch in which I to grab out.
Haha. You got to soak butt, you snitch.
Julian Risokiard, I do not like it once you said insult to me. Take note that one of the Casper's buddies are within close proximation with the owners. If the insult goes toward them, you would face temporary or permanent ban from RDK 3000 TriStar. Or face arrest by Elite City Police for insult to the squad. If it's not, then someone might beat up on you in response, so look out.
I do want to apologize as it's not directed to the squad. Anyhow, what happened to Casper? Whoa. My seats are also soaked. You perhaps need to give me a spare towel.
Oh dear, I to give a towel to you to dry off the seat. Anyhow, it is okay. You should have watched what you say next time. Anyhow, concerning Casper, back on July 11th, 2024 or 8/10, EY 1024, Casper was bullied and harmed by one esports player for Beta City DG Excels. Now the entire team is banned from matches indefinitely. However, the incident was not as severe as with the one back in March 2023, Gamma EY 1023, when student assaulted Casper, who was Aussie back then at elementary school. I to give the gift to him that is in the rear hatch of my car in the bag as I exit Delta 6 not long ago, and to head to the Elite City General Public Hospital for visitation.
What is the item to be given to Casper?
Model replica of this car. It's a good thing that our computers and servers are back to operational status following botched software update and hotfix installation in mid-afternoon, as it resulted into computers unresponsive as it froze, hung, making it useless, in which required hard reboot, and it does the same again unless going into safe mode as I perform Operation Trex Fix on the RDK 3000 TriStar and R8664 Studios computers here at the RDK Trex Tower here in Trex City. With assistance from my bros NZ Crypter and cousins Sean TZ Crypter and Robert TZ Crypter from Main HQ in Elite City, who gave me guidelines.
Trexer, you installed it in safe mode?
Yes, Claw. Upon reboot in normal mode, the issue is fixed as I do have the USB thumb drive with the subject on it. I must note one esports match tonight as Trex City Treexies take on against Maxi Subliners at 1900 hours in ELG Game Jam 2nd round. Anyhow, Team RDK 3000 TriStar Esports are not allowed to compete in substitution for Trex City Treexies due to Red Alert Protocol for news on Jackland election exit poll result being Labour Party landslide victory and esports disruption when Giraville DG Giras over celebrate on the news during esports match, in which result in the entire team banned in match fortified, even the management called in the cops on their rowdy behavior and false fire alarm. In which upsets ally Cybertronic, in which did not show up on match day in protest against league's punitive actions against Giraville DG Giras, ends up disqualified but no ban, however was fined 1 million sickles, being 250,000 Ilitopian Elios, translating to $625,000, Trexlandian.
We must head to DigiTrex immediately. We have been offered to preform Operation Trex Fix to the computers at DigiTrex, as the computers also are affected by the incident.
Alright, dance, however we must put on rain gear because it's raining pretty decent, also quite breezy and chilly. No need to for operation at Trex Media as subject was already resolved, as all networks on Trex Media are back on the air at 16:05.
Trexer, Claw, Dance, take note of update from the TrexMet. A special weather statement is now in effect until 17:30, previously to end at 1800 hours. As skies to clear out sooner than expected, 30 to 40 millimeters rain expected in gusts up to 50 kilometers per hour.
Thanks for the weather update. When was this issued?
In past few moments. This issue Trexer, Chris and Daniel must do it quick as you must head to one of the computers to furthest right facing your view.
This is the computers also got a BSOD loop, but we turn off auto restart upon crash. Go preform Operation Trex fix in the game server first, then the gaming computers.
This is the esports matches at 1900 hours as we should be done just in time for the deadline for the fix. I do not expect issue to result in a blue screen of death stop error, some go in recovery screen, this is its time to deploy a hotfix as it should not take too long. Voila! This computer is back in operational state and is connected to network and internet. We have 11 more to do, we could be done just 15 to 20 minutes ahead of deadline, maybe by 30. Voila! Halfway done.
The process took quicker than expected.
Yes, as we must do the other 6.
This is we do it immediately, as we to get rewarded something special once complete. Here goes. Yeah. Finished.
This is the computers are now in working order as it to be ready for the esports. Hold up, we must do operation at another area. This is I heard report from Trex Vision 4 and Alito News 24 Deck Mill. One of the border crossing toward Alitopia just in the southernmost of Trex City is closed as traffic is diverted to other crossings as the computers at the facility housing the border crossing also got affected by the IT outage mishap. We must do Operation Trex fix on that immediately.
Trexer, why did you bring Steve Zylostar along?
His friend is a border agent for the Custom and Border Agency.
Yes, and upon completed an A-OK, I to treat you for dinner.
This is we must head to lot immediately as I am monitoring Alito News 24 Deck Mill and Trex Vision 4, VWGT and RDK TV main and Breeze Radio 155 as Trexer tuned the car radio to Breeze Radio 155 prior to ignition.
I do not expect this, esports match cancelled, and Trex City Trexies disqualified over IT outage / incident however gets resolved as the tour bus for Maxi subliners was turned away during the Operation Trex fix. This gets attention to the league as the match gets cancelled as a result as we must head to Elite City immediately as we must report to RDKTSR main HQ as ZenZ Crypter messaged me on my phone telling me to arrive immediately and which is connected wirelessly to the infotainment. I do not expect ZenZ Crypter to call my cell as well as I to answer. Hello. Trexer, Rex Z Crypter here.
I am ZenZ Crypter. We have serious news to tell you. This is due to the IT incident in which gets resolved. It comes as a cost as the esports match to occur tonight at 2000 hours. It has been cancelled as the Crypter. We have serious news to tell you. This is due to the IT incident in which gets resolved. It comes as a cost as the esports match to occur tonight at 1900 hours. It has been cancelled as the tour bus of Maxi subliners had to turn back when you perform Operation Trex Fix, in which the issue gets cleared a few moments later, as due to the event and the IT incident. The league commissioner has been noting the developments and they would have assigned Team RDK 3000 TriStar Esports for substitute, but due to red alert protocol due to news on Jackland election exit poll and landslide victory for the Labour Party and esports match disruption, on 4th. As per policy, Team RDK 3000 TriStar Esports are banned to compete within 14 days since last red alert, as they have no choice and to cancel the match and disqualify Trex City Trixies from playoffs in an abrupt move. You gotta head to the RDK 3000 TriStar main HQ to do quick operation to broadcast the news to Trex City Trixies and the Trixies, Slackers, Trex Friends, and Zen Pack. This is for you Mark Z Crypter and Corey Z Crypter. Cancel tonight's DVR recording of VWG2N on Vero or RDK TV as the show to be preempted as special programming to be featured this evening.
My and Corey's DVR is in use for recording sporting event regarding soccer.
I must note your first admittance to the hospital in early afternoon on March 13, 2023 when student at elementary school attacked you prior to early dismissal for March break in Alito Independence. When did you get admitted this time?
July 11, 2024.
I must note, I also Trex Rex and Ilitatino was preparing for esports for Elite City Sentinels against Bittrex Esports when I heard a code Square 3 message on the PA at RDKTSR Event Center GR as incident occurred at Alito Plaza Center at washroom next to Alito Digital Arena. As I talked to Chubby H. Crypter, he said meaning one of the squad has been hurt after incident.
Anyhow, we'll be taking another commercial break.
I am Robert James.
I am Mark J. Phelps.
I am Melissa Katzenschen.
I am Chris K. Crypter.
And I am Mark E. Crypter. For Vero viewers, VWGT hosts to be en route to the EDA during the break, as substitute host to fill in after the break is for RDK TV viewers, stand by for RDKTSR T24-hour news beat.
Every hour, on the hour,
Here's what's happening in the news in brief.
Oh boy. The TDOT Olympics is making the comeback in 2024, EY1024, TX.Y24 as Ionic noted to occur after the conclusion of the current Alitopian and Tronic Diamond Esports tournament. This is the Alito Fan Expo 2024, EY1024 I must note, it to be held early next month in August 2024. Theta EY1024. This to be held at Elite City Convention Center. This is Stephen S. Crypter must be covering it throughout the next month. Along with the TDOT Olympics this in which it would have occur around start of the 2024 Olympics Summer Games in Pargio, Antagontinian Republic, in Hanitalia, in RD being Paris, France, Europe with the opening ceremony in like half by a Trocant. But due to esports, to occur after the grand finals of the respective current ELG Game Jam and TDSP tournament and after Xenopoli and New Year in Maine. However the respective grand finals to occur during the Kanbor-Ze7en Gaming Convention Expo in Kanbor-Ze City in which I must alert Robert X. Crypter, Can 2000 at RDK can soon. Top of the hour.
Welcome back to VWGT on Vero. I am Oliver Zykrostron from ELBC News covering for VWGT on Vero under Alitotronics Telemedia affiliations as we report at the Alito Digital Arena at Alito Plaza Center in Elite City Metro. At the top of the hour at 3 o'clock PM Elite City, it's the hype of the viewing party at the esports event in all first. This is we are hyped for, do I hear some sudden music? We are determining where it's originated. This is it seems like the Olympics fanfare with the Summer Games coming up believed from outside, playing by a vehicle as we have the camera set up as we showcase what's behind the music as we show the view from outside Elite Plaza Center.
All that and more coming up at the top of the hour on RDK 3000 TriStar Today Blitz Edition on RDK 3000 TriStar television service at 1500 RDK ELC. This is during the break. The BWGT hosts are en route to the EDA at Alito Plaza Center. Code BRD imposed. That came so suddenly.
That came without warning. Ahem. We want to welcome to the viewers of Vero Television. I am Mark E. Crypter.
And I am Chris K. Crypter. We are investigating what has happened on Vero's side that lead to Code BRD.
This is we are in active contact with Alitotronics Telemedia, VWGT and Vero personnel. EEP. We seriously have to pass you an important and high priority programming alert.
Today's episode of Virtual World and Gaming Today needed to be cut short. This is the distributors has told Vero to terminate the episode as the production of VWGT needs to halt for the day. As VWG2N, VWGT Extra and VWG2N Extra to be pre-empty this over the subject in relation to Olympaboobies, promoting Indancy exposure in relation to the Olympic Summer Games, in which they show one scene when substitute host mentions on music outside led to scene of topless females on truck with radio playing Olympics theme in which led to the auto censor.
This is KBMK who airs the show on KB.SDY deck, said that the show needs to be terminated as nudity cannot be shown during live broadcast in accordance to Kanbor-Ze broadcast law and KBBS-TV rules. This is for Neo-Ionic Trony Media who airs the show on Trony Explosivision say that the production needs to halt for the day to prevent further nudity on air in accordance to Tronic Diamond Telecommunications Authority. This is Trex Media, who airs the show on Trex Media for stating in stern response by the Block C Mod Council to terminate the show for adult content.
Sexual consent and sexual content with moderator note. Adult and sexual content is not tolerated in Bloxland Television as the show gets distributed to other networks in the affiliate program from Trex Media.
Anyhow, the Olympaboobies, meaning going topless for the Olympic spirit, endorses indecency exposure in public in which subject and practice is against the law as per Elitopian Penal Code, as it's also illegal across Tronic Diamond Union, even Kanbor-Ze and Trexland and other regions. Violations result in significant jail time, or in the case for Trexland, oof and termination and in Taxico. If it leads in disruption and TV network shut down, automatic death penalty.
This is Elite City Police. As we learn, the police has brought the Olympaboobies to a screeching halt as the topless females are under arrest by ECPD and the driver of the pickup cautioned since he was not involved in the plot, for various vehicle safety violations, also parking violation. He to face a 250 LEO fine and vehicle to be towed.
This is we learn also as of late. The BWGT substitute host, being ELBC news correspondent who was former EL-ELIB-TV Local 4 news correspondent, has made offensive remark when he looked at the monitor. He gets recalled back to the network broadcast firm, to be ELBC as a result.
As a result of this, RDK 3000 TriStar today to be airing much sooner than expected as it to start after these messages. I am Mark E. Crypter.
And I am Chris K. Crypter, and we will be right back.
Stefan, Scott, I have checked my Rex Trax calendar on my pocket mate. We must note the Pargio 24 Summer Olympics in Altverse to take place from the 26th toward August 11th. This is Tokyo hosted the event in Altverse in 2021 in which was postponed 1 year from 2020 due to the so-called COVID-19 aka coronavirus in Altverse. Anyhow, the opening ceremonies to take place on July 16th, 2024 at 19:30 to 23:15 venue time as I check online. Iola Athena must convert the time to local time here. So it's 6 hours offset to the advancement from Elite City time, to be 1:30 to at least 5:15 in the afternoon on 26th. Yes, Stefan, at 13:30 toward 17:15. No wonder coverage also in this verse, Ilito Sports, Ilito News 24, Deck Mill for certain parts, on radio on RDKTSR Radio Service 3. Among selected others including Jinx Television, and Tronic Diamond Television Service. This is I also must note, Esports World Cup also ongoing toward August 24th, in Arab Island in Altverse. This is I wonder, is that the Olympics of Esports? Yes, Trax Rex as I can note some would say is the Olympics of Esports, however duration longer than the Summer Games. What is the time in the said venues? Venue time where the Summer Games to take place, being 2036, and in place where the Olympics of Esports takes place, 2136 as today is July 20th, 2024 or 8 and 19th, EY 1024 being Muharram 14th 1446 AH on the Islamic calendar, as we didn't knew Muharram started on the 7th. Technically on sundown on 6th in which being Islamic New Year of 1446 AH, year of Hijri corresponding to years 2024 and 2025 and elite years EY 1024 and EY 1025. This is once I drive past the mosque toward the church for Sunday Mass. I do note some activity at the mosque for the Islamic New Year with lots of vehicles at mosque parking premises as sundown occurred around 20:30 on the 6th with Ilito Force, Ilito Shield, and Ilito Diamonds in full force for Operation Safe Islam as we are approaching the middle of Muharram. Yes,
Also middle of 6th month on the other lunar calendar being traditional lunisolar calendar being day 15 of 6th month of Koki 2684, major minor solar term 5/6, year 41 of 60, tree dragon 1/5, and sexagenary day 22 of 60, 2/10, tree chicken. IREX tracks must note why not promote the revolution calendar during the summer games. This is today is 2nd day of 11th month of year 232 of the revolution, month of Thermidor, from Greek term, thermin, meaning summer heat. This is we are nearing the Leo month on the Caesarian calendar, as it's Cancer 28th of year 683 of the Kudo, 232 of the revolution. As it's also nearing the 13th month of the Ultimo as it's the 22nd of 12th Mesa, and it to be 11th month on the Jinxtapolian calendar tonight. 13th Mesa on Ultimo? We must not forget the new Mesa on Kanbor-Spinel duodecimal toward 9th Mesa of Kandisaya Mesa of KB.SDY 129, or 177. Correct Stefan, also the new quad Gyosaking of VS 2440. Yes, Kenka, not to mention the esports event in Altverse, the Call of Duty League 2024 season playoffs weekend, as I tracks Rex learn, as I query the results for day 1 and 2, in upper bracket on 18th. The Peach Phase dumps Costa Heretics 3-1, Big Apple Subliners defeat the Surge 3-2. The Maple Ultra list to the Star Thieves 3-1 and Optic Longhorn blanks the Gorillas 3 in a row. Lower bracket round 1 on 19th, Heretics defeat the Surge 3-2, Ultra blanks Gorillas 3-zip. Upper round 2, Phase lose to the Subliners and Optal G defeat the Thieves both in respective 3-2 match scores. On today's agenda, the Heretics take on against the Thieves at 16:30 after the Ultra and Phase in lower round 2, the Subliners and the Optics at 1800 hours in upper final, the lower sub-final at 19:30 and the elimination finals at 2100 hours tonight, and the grand finals tomorrow after 1500 hours. This as we must note, the Maple Ultras take on against Peach Phase at 1500 hours at top of the hour, however we won't be spectating the watch party at the EDA. This is we instead to head to Alpha River as we must note 2 islands as Ichigo Ilito Starkup to be joining with us in his kayak.
Shut down, automatic death penalty.
This is Elite City Police as we learn, the police has brought the Olympa boobies to a screeching halt as the topless
Steve, we better head to Zeno Pizza to pick up our order as I to get the order for us.
Okay, Andrew. Anyhow, I must note the Tronic Diamond Esports Association Tronix Bravos on finals could be tonight if the following conditions are met. The other esports tournament being CDL 24 finals must end before 950 Kiotrokans being 5:48 p.m. Xenopolis City, however advisable to end before 5 o'clock p.m. as the divisional finals could start as early at 7 o'clock p.m. tonight. Kinka, Illidatina, Trax Rex, keep pedaling, as we are halfway there toward Demon Island. Person on jet ski, query the time. The bells playing the clock chimes at the Illitopian Parliament buildings did not chime for a good chunk of today. 3 o'clock p.m. 75.1 EMT, 1900 TRX. The mechanical chimes are being phased out as that is to be switched to the electronic ones via loudspeakers mounted today, as it to chime at 8 o'clock p.m. tonight, Choi and Desi Newt 0. Is this when the electronic chimes be switched on?
Yes, it should go Elito Starkip.
Except for use in review or editorial use, distribution and reproduction of work without permission is prohibited. CR 2024, EY 1024, TX.Y24, RDK 3000 TriStar Video Studio Productions, a division of RDK 3000 TriStar. All rights reserved. Native video render. Wednesday, July 31, 2024. Nulades Edda 30th. EY 1024. Trerida Sinkiozi Kinkade. Bravo Portrex 3rd. TX.Y24. Esports Match Gamer Battle Video Excerpt from Valorant by Riot Games used in this video presentation provided by R8664 Studios under joint production with RDK.BSP. Kanbor-Ze7en content used in this video presentation provided by Kanbor-Ze7en Produktions under by KBIP. Roblox scenes used in this video presentation provided by R8664 Studios. This preceding RDK vid program was a presentation of RDK.BSP, a presentation of RDK.BSP. This has been an RDK 3000 TriStar Video Studio production presentation.